Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Syberia 2. Are we here? Is this Syberia? Why are there emperor penguins here? Because the world is not a torus. This isn't like video game logic, right, where you go off the North Pole, you appear at the South Pole. How can there be penguins here? This, and many other questions, may or may not be answered in this episode. I guess let's go check it out. Well, first of all, let's have a look down the deck. Where's Hans? Is he down here? Is this Syberia? Oh, is he in here? Oh, there's the Yuki. No use, it's
Nothing
locked.
I can do. It's locked.
Okay. Hey, Yuki.
The Yuki slept throughout the trip.
Oh, okay, fine. I hope you guys are all having a great week. We're now thoroughly into, well, we're getting towards the Christmas season, aren't we? So, yeah. Oh, we have an elevator to take us down. See, now, I just assumed it was a ramp, because, you know, I ain't fancy like that. Let's have some tea. Well, these are whale skeletons. Let's check out the whale skeleton first. More fish bones, huh? And a giant narwhal tusk. It's a pretty stabby tusk, to be fair. I have a vague recollection. I might be misremembering, but I have a vague recollection. There was some kind of attack in London about 10 years ago, and someone fought off the attacker with a narwhal tusk. I don't know, my recollection of that news story is a bit sketchy. Leverage. So we get to keep the Russian doll, whatever that's used for. But, yeah. I tell you what, are emperor penguins really that big, or are they just very close to the camera?
There we go. We can leave now.
Is that it?
And good riddance to you, Kate Walker.
What?
What's that? Oh no! Bleeding boat stuck.
I think, Kate, you speak for all of us. Like, what? How can this guy be back here still? Okay. Well, let's go and speak to him. So there's more over this way. So clearly, like, there's more to this than just head back to the boat. But Oi! Oi, hoodlum! Let me back on my boat! It's like, bro, what are you even doing? You're in the middle of the Arctic now. This is not the appropriate time to be doing Grand Theft Naval. Right, well, it didn't seem like he would be interested in speaking to us, so let's continue on. Made good use of that narwhal tusk. Okay, so we've got a way through there through the penguins. Is Kate able to just, like, cut her way through the penguins? You gonna steal some penguin eggs? stick the little Mariushka doll in with the other with the other eggs.
Hey, you there!
What? What's the penguin going to do with that? I'm not sure if that's the correct name for those dolls. I very confidently just said Mariushka. I don't know if that's actually what they're called. It's something along those lines, I think. What's the penguins doing? Is this going to be one of those we solved a puzzle but we didn't know what we were solving kind of situations? Like, were that group of penguins blocking this path, were they? Ah, excellent. Yes, Kate. Ride
Whoa,
the iceberg.
thin ice.
Use your narwhal tusk like a rudder, Kate. It's just like that Thieves Guild quest in Oblivion. You've got to sneak onto the guy's boat. Anyone in the comments played Sea of Thieves? It's one of those games that I find the idea of it really intriguing, but because I don't play multiplayer games and have very little interest in playing multiplayer games...
So that's what was blocking the gate.
it's just something I've never... But it looks good fun. It does look good fun. Right, so that's that. What's this? Is this a trapdoor?
The sail. This might be my chance.
Well, we don't have anything in our inventory anymore. Okay, what have we got? Oh man, is this the first time we're actually going to have to break out the notebook here? Unfortunately, I can't use my usual notebook with Syberia because Syberia is a little bit, let's say, funny about keeping the mouse focused inside the game window. Whenever you alt-tab out into something else, you know, your screen resolution all changes and all different things start going on and whatever. Huh. So we've got a different path up here. Well, let's chat to Hans. Hello.
Hans, are you okay?
I'm okay. Okay.
Are you hurt?
He forced me to come down this way. That's all.
We're going to take care of him. I should have known. Ivan was stowed away here.
Now, what have we got here? An ivory hook. Right, well this is the anchor.
That looks like it was designed to stop the ark.
Yes, that's how we're going to weigh anchor later. I have a feeling that... we attach the hook onto the thing and we pull the lever and we hook him and hang him up from the mast. Hopefully from the collar. Handy barrel, handy barrel. Whoops. What is that? Oh. Syberia version 10016. Fair enough. No, that was me just pressing the wrong button. Oh, it's not. Oh. Okay. Okay. And then we hit the lever here. Yeah, take that, Ivan. So where did he end up? Ooh. Well, that's awkward. I mean, it's like that scene in Jurassic Park, The Lost World, where the guy's like, "Get away from me, you dinosaurs!" Oh shoot, they are actually pecking him. I didn't know penguins did murder. Like, what? Really? Are gangs of penguins aggressive towards people? I did not know that. If that's true, that's like a real today I learned kind of situation, right? Because I mean, obviously, I mean they do wander around in like really big gangs, don't they? For warmth, allegedly. I mean, yeah. Would have been better probably to just like tie him up rather than just leave him on a little glacier somewhere. Here we go. We're now here. This is Syberia. Well, this climate does not look particularly Arctic, does it? That'll be one of those Gulf Stream situations, I guess.
Hans, we're there.
We're here.
Syberia.
And the mammoths?
Further on, behind the fields of blue grass.
Let's go.
It's not an easy thing, but we will manage, Kate. Be patient.
Sure.
Do we need to get our Yuki? Yuki climb up in there. Pull the gate up for us. So, interestingly enough, talking about Jurassic Park has been popping up on my TikTok feed recently, particularly around like differences between the movie and the books. Because the books are a bit sort of horrific in places. And one of the ones which I think is really interesting is that differences between the movie version and the book version of Hammond, the park owner.
The Yuki slept throughout the trip.
Oh, are we not bringing him with us? Okay. And how Book Hammond is a lot more cynically profit-driven, cuts corners, and doesn't really care about visitor welfare. And this, I think, is a really interesting observation, right? Because movie Hammond is also exactly that, right? So the general argument that I've seen on TikTok kind of goes that Book Hammond is a lot more cynical, a lot more doesn't care about visitor safety, doesn't care about like dinosaurs for children or whatever. He wants to make money, and he wants to cut costs where he can. And the idea being that, well, the movie version of Hammond isn't like that. He's more of a kindly old man, right, who wants to like make a park of dinosaurs. And this is a really interesting analysis to me, because movie Hammond is 100% a very cynical businessman that is trying to make money on his dinosaur island, right? Sadler comments several times in the movie about, like, well, so she comments one specific point in the movie about, like, the fact that the visitor centre is filled with poisonous plants, and this is wildly inappropriate for somewhere where there's going to be a lot of children running around and so on. And you've picked them because you've looked nice, so you've clearly like not done your appropriate due diligence on like what plants you're putting in this building and so on. He's got like 4 guys that run the whole island. Seemingly, he's got like one guy that handles all of the IT on his island. So he keeps saying that he spares no expense, but clearly the evidence of what we see indicates that he cuts corners all the time. And I think it's brilliant, because if it wasn't Richard Attenborough playing Hammond, and now Richard Attenborough is an amazing actor, brother of David Attenborough, in fact, as well. But it's because it's Richard Hammond playing the character that your perception of him is that he's nice, he's kind, he wants to do it for the kids and whatever. And that's not how I would interpret that. I would interpret it as he's a very, very good confidence trickster, and he effectively tricks the audience into believing that he's a nice guy.
The mammoth's plains, Kate.
It's just a gate, after all. Just got to find the key to the mechanism.
That's my reading of it, anyway. Let me know if you would agree.
No point doing that.
Do we now need to go back and get the Yuki, now that we have lowered the thing? So yeah, so that's my take on it, anyway. And I mean, he does soften up in the sequels and get more into like dinosaur conservation and so on in the later movies, I guess. But yeah, I just think it's interesting. It's kind of similar to what we were talking about on one of the missed streams about Fight Club, and Fight Club being a very, very misunderstood movie. About how, you know, a surface reading of Fight Club is that it's, you know, it's a broadly anti-capitalist message.
Nothing to be done. The Yuki's too sound asleep.
Oh, shoot. Bonk. Maybe there's something in here. Yeah, about how Fight Club's sort of a broadly capitalist, anti-capitalist message about over-consumerism and about how, actually you gotta sort of be a little bit more kind of cognizant of what's important to you. It's basically like an extreme version of Office Space, I guess, in terms of its messaging. But but in actual fact, what it is it's a movie about cults, effectively. It's a movie about how easily you can manipulate dispossessed young men into, extreme behaviour by being very confident and, and sort of bringing these guys into your confidence, right? Bringing these guys into your club. Like the people who are part of the Fight Club are being manipulated.
A hibernating Yuki. There's got to be some way to wake him up.
The people who join Fight Club are being manipulated. They're being manipulated by Tyler Durden. But the thing is, because Tyler Durden is played by Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt, he has got Riz for days, it's easy to sort of let that aspect of the movie kind of pass you by a little bit, because you think of him as at least the main character, and he talks some amount of sense with what he says, but that's the point. He's supposed to sound reasonable with what he's doing and saying. Like, you're supposed to somewhat be rooting for him. How are we going to get the Yuki awake? All we've got is these stone tablets. We must have missed something. It must be like, I don't know, fish. Fish is Yuki's favourite thing. A much more obvious example is, what's it called? What's the movie? It's the one with Christian Bale. Oh, hang on. There is a path that way. What's the movie? The one with Christian Bale. Oh, it looks like there's a ladder up there. What is it called? It's gonna... Bateman. The Bateman movie. See, I don't keep any notes in front of me when I go on these tirades. Let's talk to this guy. It'll come to me whilst we're chatting. Oh no! Well, that's horrifying. Don't touch it. Don't touch him. Ooh. Uh-huh. Yes. American Psycho. That's the name of the movie. American Psycho. That is just grim. That's just well gross. So the Yukon might not even be here then. It's like an abandoned village. American Psycho. So weird that people think that Patrick Bateman... I always get them mixed up. Patrick Bateman and Norman Bates. One of them is the psycho guy and the other one's the other psycho guy. And obviously one is supposed to be a reference to the other. But it always struck me as being really weird that some people hold up Patrick Bateman as having some sort of aspirational lifestyle, whereas the movie is like really obvious on the point that he hates his life. Like it's so vapid and vacuous.
No point doing that.
And that's a more
work
obvious
the gate
example.
mechanism, Kate?
Well, it's a Yukon mechanism, I guess.
Any chance we can. No, nothing to see here. No. See, now I think this, with these round the outside, why do I have an arrow icon for this? Because when I look at, oh no, I have an arrow icon for all of these when I'm looking at them. Okay, fine. So this goes around the outside, and I guess we're supposed to be matching up these symbols with those symbols. Like, for example... Let's see, so that one's like a line with a hook and 3 dots on it. A line with a hook. Hard to say, and we can't examine them any closer. Right. We've got to wake the Yuki up somehow. Nope, that just leads us back here. That's Hans. There's got to be like... I don't know. Our Yuki loves the fish. We've got to be able to find something around here that's going to attract him, right? Now here's where we found the other tablet. So I don't think that's going to be anything else. We don't usually have 2 things in the same investigation spot. Thankfully, unlike the Yukol village, this area is at least somewhat small in its size. Can be hard to spot cards, but I mean, we've got water right here, so let's get some fish somehow, right? Don't think that's going to be anything though, because we already just picked up the stone tablets already. I don't think there's going to be anything else here. Okay, right. But yeah, but I find it really interesting where you know, the charisma of an actor is able to override your own sense of media literacy, right? Because the language of cinema is such that, you know, they want to bring you along for this ride, and to an extent, I mean, the movie makers are trying to trick you to an extent, right? You're telling me you didn't bring any food for the Yuki at all on this voyage? We'll check out the ship again in a second. So we've got a path here. But yeah, it's not a great sign that that the Yukol scout appears to be long since deceased. That doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence that we're going to find anyone here. Okay. Let's get back down into the ship. If only I had more of those fish sweets, huh? Why didn't I keep some spare fish sweets? Like... Oh, hang on, what's this?
The Yuki slept throughout the trip.
Fine. We haven't done anything useful up here. Like, we picked up the hook. But we haven't done anything, like, useful here. Is there anyone I can phone for help? Come on, Mum. Help me out here.
Oh, hello. I'm going away to the Hamptons, but I'll be back midweek. Call me then. Au revoir.
Mom's not at home. She'd have never understood why I'm still here anyway.
Does seem a little bit odd, considering that she was able to phone us very regularly during our first trip. But this time we've gone for private eye. But Kate's never been out of signal. Never been out of battery, never been beyond signal. I mean, these are going to clearly be used with something, but I don't see how those could be relevant to waking up the Yuki. We definitely need to wake up the Yuki to power the gate. Like, that's pretty clear. Once again, I kind of feel like I'm missing something. Like we've missed a path or an item or something. Like, the Yuki wakes up from fish. I mean, it's not going to be... I mean, we'll check them all, but... I mean, it must be an item that we're missing because it's, Right. Oh, hang on. Can we try and use the medallion? No. Plan of the train, newspaper, Alexi's book, the Fisherman's Guide. Is there any chance the Fisherman's Guide smells of fish? No. That would have been... That would have been a clutch move if, like, the Fisherman's Guide smelled enough of fish to wake the Yuki up. Oh man, I'm not sure. What have we missed? We must have missed picking something up, right? This is probably the one kind of puzzle in this game that I find a touch frustrating. When you kind of know, or you have a pretty good idea what you're supposed to do, but you're looking for the thing that you need to be able to do it. Blimey, are we literally going to hit hint counter equals 5? We're getting towards the end of the game, so it's pretty reasonable that the puzzles become a little bit more obtuse for us. But,
Kate, the mammoths are just on the other side of the gate. Can you open it?
yeah, I'm working on
Okay,
it.
I've just got to find out how.
We're working on it. Can't we just shake the Yuki awake? Can't we just shake the Yuki awake? Alright. Let's do it. Okay. Hint counter 5. I need to know. I need to know. We need to get this gate open. Alright, be right back. Okay, we're back. As expected, yes. It's an item that we missed. It's over here. I thought we'd scanned it, but it's where we picked up this medallion apparently. There we go. Gotta grab a Syberia flower. Not any of those flowers, it has to be that specific flower. And this is gonna wake up the Yuki. Oof, okay, 5 hints. Ah, well. It is, I mean, it is what it is, right? I think this would be quite a... I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure I have anything. I'm not sure I have anything to add on that. It's just it's an item, isn't it? It's an item you've got to find.
Let's hope this works.
And if you don't find it, you just get a bit stuck, isn't it? Kate just has that exasperated look on her face. Okay. Alright, Yuki, this way. I think we're definitely getting a lot more pre-rendered stuff in this second game than we had in the first, I think. Maybe. Oh look, he's so tired. Oh, he's going to have a little rest there, I guess. Well, that Yuki turns out just absolute champ and absolutely necessary to bring along. Well, my friends, that's where we're going to leave today's episode. What's through the gate? Are we going to meet the mammoths? Are there any of the Yukol still alive? We will find that out next episode. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.